the renegade, the renegade, the renegade, the renegade, the renegade.
Streets never sleep, sucker.
What up, world? You are right now tuned in with the waxiest and the waviest, the co-host that does the most, Doc Saki Valley Perp Lord, right here on Streets Never Sleep Radio, 88.7 FM, WNHU, University of New Haven, and all that jazz. We got the homie Joey Bats kicking it with us tonight.
Yo, I'm digging all those nicknames, yo.
You know,
that's fresh.
They really escalated.
Yo, that's
really
real
close.
fresh. It's like an exponential equation.
Yeah, every show it's like a new just equation is added to that.
Oh man.
And we do apologize for cutting Mystical's verse short on the previous song.
Sorry, Mystical.
We apologize.
Sorry, Mystical. It's all good, man.
His career will never be the same.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Unfortunately.
Sadly. But it's all love, man. Right here, man, you know, Johnny Empire back in the building, Streets Never Sleep Radio. Shout out to Big ZD, everyone else in the building tonight, man. Shout out to, yeah, say what up, man. Say what up to the people out there,
I have
man.
better nicknames than Doc.
Yo, Big ZD is a pretty cool nickname.
I don't think it gets any tougher than that. Like, if I knew a dude, which I know a dude named Big ZD, it's a little scary.
I feel like Ghostface would be real proud, man.
Definitely.
I think so too.
He'd be real proud.
It's going to be soon a nickname competition between me and Perp Lord.
I can't wait till the last episode.
Yeah, that's when him and Dirty are gonna interview us.
Yeah, that's.
I've been waiting for that for about 2
We've been
years
waiting
now.
to get interviewed. Yeah. We have a lot. Doc and I have a lot to say. You know.
Yeah, I know.
We have a lot of artistry to defend.
Yeah.
I can tell I'm on season 4 of Homeland. There's
Yeah.
a lot to say.
Oh man. So yo, Joey Bats, man, we got him in the building once again. What's going on, sir?
Yo, I'm chilling, man. Thanks again for having me out here. You know, promotion is super important. So, and anytime I get a chance to speak to all my friends who have ability to reach more listeners, I really appreciate it, man.
100%, man. So real quick for people, you know, who are just tuning in, you know, why don't you just do a quick summary of who you are for first-time listeners who haven't heard of Joey Bats?
Yeah, that's impossible. I mean, everyone's heard of Joey Bats.
This is true.
That damn famous.
Yeah.
Been doing hip hop in the CT scene. My face is on a sticker. Been rocking with a live band since about 2010. Up and down the East Coast, went out to the West Coast, just supporting music, staying independent, putting out albums, freestyling, rocking shows, man, having fun.
This is the dude too. If you ever go to YouTube and you want to type in Joey Bats and you guys want to see a cool video, you can see a video of my man freestyling at Six Flags to people. He's just going up to people freestyling about their toys, what they're wearing, back on stage, off stage,
eating hella French fries.
Hey, you have to, man.
Yeah.
But that's what's up, man.
Fun stuff.
And what about the other one when you rapped until you got kicked out of a place?
Oh yeah, that was Trinity
was
Hip Hop Festival last year.
Oh,
I was trying to like freestyle and like I was getting too close to the cash registers or whatever. So it was like, you gotta get out, you gotta get out of there. It
and
was
you
funny.
like rapped to him.
Yeah.
Just say,
like,
no, it's cool. I'm just rapping here.
Yeah, it was a trip, man. It was a trip.
And he's like, no, I'm serious. Out.
Yeah,
that was funny.
Like, get the cameras out of my face.
Yeah,
funny stuff. Man. Funny stuff.
Hey man, you gotta let the words just come off.
Yeah,
I mean,
man,
people can interrupt.
It's fun. It's all fun, man. I mean, I'm old school. You know, I'm an older cat. So like, the old school hip hop, the old school b-boy, you know, that still lives in me, and freestyling was a big part of that.
Of course, man.
So I try to keep that alive. You know, we joke and we kid because rappers are just like, yeah, I got a quick freestyle, and it's a 16, and it's pre-written, and even there, like, boys are like punching in the lines and hyping them up. So I mean, you know, it is what it is. I'm not hating, but definitely want to make sure that, you know, if I'm freestyling, I'm truly freestyling, because that's just an added level of craziness. You know,
it really is. And you know, I feel like, you know, anyone that I've seen or locally, I mean, you're one of those people too that when you freestyle, it really does sometimes sound like it is written. Like, you know, I mean, how do you even go about it? I mean, you know, you just got words that you kind of like. I mean, everyone has their own technique. Everyone has their own like clutch lines, they say, to bring them in.
You know what it is though, man? It's like I feel like I lack a filter that just stops me from stopping myself from
So
talking.
you're just like bringing out. You're
So
bringing
it's
everything.
just I'm out there, you know,
Yeah.
like I'm saying A, thinking of B, and I just got C and D falling out of my face. You know what I mean? Like
you got to think
that-
like
that-
3-4 steps ahead.
That's
like the
exactly what it comes down to, man.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it comes. I mean, the same filter that gets me in trouble when I'm arguing with my girl. It's the same filter that helps me freestyle. You know what I'm saying? Because it just comes out. I can't stop it.
Hey, it's got to be helpful somehow.
Yeah, hey,
man.
right? It better be.
So, yo, just even just touch back to, or building off, I should say, from the last interview. You know, last time you were on Streets Never Sleep, you know, you were doing your Kickstarter fund
Yeah.
for the album,
Wow,
and
that's crazy.
you know, why don't we talk about it and
It's been
see
that
how
long,
see
no
how
doubt.
see how it's going? It feels like it
about
was
a
a
year.
couple weeks ago,
Yeah, I
man.
know. About a week ago.
Yeah.
Basically, like the Kickstarter was dope, man. Like we launched it. I guess it was last spring. Yeah,
Yeah.
we launched it like March, April. We were basically looking for some funds because if I'm in a booth with a producer or a DJ, like I'm doing me. You know what I mean? Like that's
100%.
super easy. I only have to worry about my hours. The engineers just pressing the beat, boom, stop, start this, bang, boom. I'm doing it, and that's that. But like when you got a 5-piece band, bro, it's like dudes got jobs. Dudes
Yeah.
are traveling. I mean, to get my keyboardist in there who wants to track his keyboard lines to live drums, then my drummer's got to be there.
Yeah.
Then the bass player doesn't feel the funk if he's playing it just to a track. And then we got to get it to a click track. And then I got to come in and do scratch vocals, wait till they're done, then go in and do my vocals. So we knew
Takes
we knew off rip we were going to need some bread.
Totally.
And we wanted to make it sound good. When you have that many instruments and that many layers, or you're just gonna have one big fat chunky wave file and it's not gonna sound good at all.
True.
And it was a humbling experience. We asked the people for help. They came through. We met our Kickstarter about 120% over what we wanted. I think we asked for 6 and we got about 7,400.
Yep. And a couple people, if I'm not mistaken, matched your offer.
Yeah.
Too, if you reached a certain
Yeah.
amount.
A couple people matched that
Yeah.
offer, which really boosted us up. Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
had like a doctor down south help us out. We had another independent label in New Jersey help us out.
Yeah.
It was great. It was great. And I mean, finally, I was ready to release this in like September. I was like, yo, the people been waiting like 4 or 5 months. Like, I want it out there. And the band was just like, nah, bro, just wait on it. Just wait on it. Just wait on it. And then like I got busy in November and December with this hip hop for the homeless thing, and then it finally got pushed back until now. It just dropped on iTunes, Amazon, everywhere, Spotify on February 3rd, and so far the buzz has been crazy, and it's only been about a week and a half.
Totally, man. So this is the album.
This is the album, man.
Right
This
here.
is Fandalize. This
Yeah.
is brought to you by the Kickstarter right here.
How many
Absolutely.
tracks? How many tracks?
10
10
tracks. Basically 8 actual songs. There's an instrumental track that my band and DJ Mo Nichols, who's a
Shout out to Mo
guest
Nichols.
DJ, yeah, Big Mo doing it.
Yep.
And then we have the 10th track we threw in there, just like a thank you track, shouting out a couple people. But I mean, it's still dope. It's still a dope groove. But as far as like bangers in the whip, you know what I mean?
100%, man.
There's like 8 of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we'll
we
have to
go.
check it out.
We're pumped to check it out, man.
5 bills well invested right
Oh
here.
yeah, man.
Definitely.
Where do you guys do most of the recording for this?
We there's a place in Hartford called Cassidy Warrington, and it's all independent musicians making a living off their stuff. They've been to Berkeley, they went to Hart School. I mean, they know their stuff. So Floyd Kellogg, who's with Violet May, he's an engineer. We basically rented the house out for like a month over the summer. And it's crazy, dude. Like, there's wires going in and out of rooms. Like, the fridge was ours, this was ours. We could record there for like 11-hour blocks, and where no one would mess with us. And the neighbors were mad chill about it. So it was all like a holistic experience,
Yeah.
you know. As much as I like going in studios, you know.
Yeah.
So sometimes you don't want to worry about other clients, and sometimes it doesn't feel like home. But like, we was just chilling there, you know, on the couch with our shoes and socks off, just like, yo, let's kick it, you know.
Yeah, you know, I feel like that's when the
That's
best
the
stuff
real
comes.
deal.
Yeah.
When it's just you're
Carriage
comfortable.
House. It's like the Carriage House spot.
100%.
You literally like move in there for a week.
Yeah,
for a
yeah, I
month.
heard about that actually.
Yeah, in Stanford, it's
yeah.
popular.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It is.
And it was straight. Like, we could go grocery shopping, come
That's-
back,
it's-
no one messed with our stuff. You know what I mean?
And where was it located? Was it right in Hartford? In
Yeah,
Hartford,
in the
okay.
hood. Yeah, right there, my old hood. Yeah.
Definitely, man.
I'll check it out someday.
That's love.
Yeah.
So now the Fandalize project, just tell the people about it, and is there a meaning behind the name Fandalize?
Yeah, it's not in Webster's dictionary. I hope it eventually does get in there. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yo, I gotta start. You know what? That's the next thing I'm gonna do. That's
Get the Webster
Doc.
check. Get a check
I'm
from
gonna
Webster.
hit up Webster, yo. I'm gonna go. That's also in the Hartford. I'm gonna go to Webster's house and be like, yo,
Dope.
make this happen. But I combined fan, like a music fan, from Fanatic, and Vandalize. And just combined it and made Fandalize, and I think the origin of that, the nexus of that, is really just I want people to get the sticker. It goes back to that graffiti b-boy, in me. I was playing with spray cans, in New York when I was 8, 9, 10, 11 years old.
You right?
Yeah. I used to, man, until my mom said, if you're going to college in Connecticut and you get arrested, I'm pulling your scholarship. You're done. So I was just like, I gave it up when I came to Connecticut in 2000.
Gotcha.
But it was fun, man. Yeah, I did a couple of trains. Absolutely, back in the heyday.
Oh, we love it. Any writers that you remember from back in the day or respect?
Yeah, man. I mean, there's a bunch. There's a couple that I still rock with. Some Connecticut cats are
Which
still
cats?
doing it heavy. Create still doing it heavy. Semi still doing it heavy.
Semi. He's nasty.
Yeah. Sess is the homeboy. He's in Connecticut. He gets down in New York. He gets down. But
Says he's in Connecticut, FX?
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
And Sess too, the dude with the dragon. That's my boy.
Yeah, Sess too. Wow.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
actually
yeah.
stopped by our neighborhood a couple times and did some crazy dragons.
Yeah. That's my boy. He's a cool
I hear
dude.
good things about him.
Yeah.
Love that dude.
Cool cat. But yo, and I just love the sticker movement. Like I was a little bit always on the outside looking in when it came to like the punk rock stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But I always loved that there was always giving out stickers at like punk rock shows and ska shows and stuff like that. So I was just like, when I knew that I wanted to give out stickers just to help get the name recognition out there, there was no better reason than to just put my face on it. And now, just because I'm so handsome, and now it was like the Fandalize came with just I guess you put a lot of faith in your fans, and you put a lot of faith in people to just be like, you know what? Not only am I gonna rock with this cat, but I'm gonna support him to the point where I will wear his shirt, or I will bump his music, or even one of his songs makes it into my gym playlist. You know what I mean? Like, that's cool. That's love for a local cat. And a lot of this album was given back to them. And I think that comes with the layering of the Kickstarter. Like, this project is only out because of the people who had faith in me. Blind faith too. Here's $20. I hope I get a CD eventually. Like, that's blind faith. Not many of us would do that. Not many of us would just give a guy $100 and be like, I hope I get groceries.
No,
like,
sadly, yeah,
that don't
I
happen. So I wanted to make sure that they knew it. We played with a couple of names, but I was just like, you know what? Let's just do Fandalize. Let's make it happen.
I like it. It's easy off the tongue.
And hopefully
it's
no
a
one
cool
gets
word.
arrested. Don't
Very-
get arrested,
very
yo.
natural.
Yeah, it is very natural.
Yeah, don't get arrested. They'll throw the book at you.
Oh, they
Yeah,
will,
for
they
real,
will.
man.
So many artists have already come through here and raved about the Hip Hop for the Homeless event. I got to ask you, do you ever plan on putting on another one of those or something like that in the future?
Yeah, dude.
The
Definitely.
demand's pretty high,
The demand
man.
is high. I'll say a few artists have definitely mentioned that in the past couple weeks.
That's love,
here.
Yeah.
man. Shout out to everybody who performed, including yourself.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Shout out to all the sponsors. Shout out to all the venues, all the people who took a really small idea of mine and of wholeness of a community and of a city and of a state, what it eventually became, and just once again just having the faith that, you know what, hip hop doesn't suck, hip hop isn't violent, and you could definitely do this. With that being said, as soon as I announced that it was going to be 7 shows in 7 different cities all over the state, and I wasn't taking anything from it, and the artists weren't taking anything from it, a couple of people stepped in and they were just like, we'll do whatever needs to be done so you can do this annually. So, we got the name copywritten, we got the website copyright.
Beautiful.
And it's just a matter of picking and choosing next year because of the notoriety of it, because of the vastness of it. You got to keep them at arm's length to the point where, you don't want Joe Schmo hopping on because he's gonna pretend that it's for the homeless, but really he's like, yo, my name's gonna be on a shirt. I'm gonna be in the current.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be on Channel 3. You know what I mean? So that's what was cool about this, because I stepped to you. And you were just like, yo, I'm down. Just tell me what you need and I'm down.
100%.
Before you knew how big it was going to be.
No,
and that's love. And I could say, honestly, every cat on that T-shirt, every cat that rocked those shows, it went down the same way.
And one of the more cool things that I saw too, like including myself, like there were a lot of the artists, I want to say a lot of them, who really came out of their pocket and donated even some money and a lot of food and stuff. Man, and so it's not like they were coming just to rock, you know?
Exactly.
They were really into the whole purpose.
I mean, you're talking about 40 to 50 artists who are on their grind, who are on their creativity, who are basically willing to say, I don't care if this is in your backyard and we raise $100. It's $100 that someone or some family or some people didn't have before. And that's love. I mean, there's not a better way to say it. That's love. And then for it to be like, you know what? Boom, Hartford. Boom, West Hartford. Boom, Middletown. Boom, Bridgeport. Boom, New Haven. You know, Simsbury. Like, we're out here. We're doing it. And we raise funds. We raise food. I mean, I got letters, you know, just hanging up in my office of just awesome. Like Columbia House hitting me up, United Way, you know, thanking me. And it's great, man. It's a great feeling. I got a phone call from Columbus House. Apparently their hub is in like South Carolina, and I was like, who the heck is calling me from South? I thought it was just like a bill collector.
Yeah.
You know, and she was like, no, this is the headquarters of Columbia House, and it's cool. I mean, obviously, I'm sure people look at me sideways and they're just like, Joey's just doing this to get his name further out there, blah, blah, blah. But, yo, I can honestly say it was just an amazing experience, and I didn't take anything from it at all, you know, financially, you know.
True, yeah.
But it changed me, man, to see cats. There were a lot of bunch of dudes that I've played shows with. And it's just been like, you know, all business. Peace, yo, I'm out. Peace, yo, I'm out. But like, no matter what, yo, from 9 to 1 every night, cats were hanging around.
Yeah.
And then, yo, that Bridgeport show was a Monday night. Like,
dude,
dudes got work. Dudes got school. You know what I'm saying?
We were going nuts that night. Yeah.
You know what? And it was crazy.
Yeah.
We stayed till
I'm
the
sure
cool
you
midnight.
guys had finals. I'm sure.
We did. It was
like
finals week. Yeah.
It was literally the start of finals.
It was love, man. It was definitely
and
love. So I think the only thing I'll change.
Just a few.
I think the only thing I would change is that I might do it a little differently in the winter of 2015. Rather than 7 straight shows, because it took a lot out of me, and I think Sunday, Mondays, and Tuesdays are just tough for draws. I think I'll do 2 consecutive weekends. So maybe we'll do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I think we could reach a lot more people like that, and even give the performers a break as well.
Totally. Okay, because were there any artists that rocked at all the shows besides yourself?
I was kind of selective in that sense.
Okay.
There were about 4 or 5 artists who wanted to.
Yeah.
And I just didn't have the time.
No, totally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, a couple of dudes. I'm talking dudes who were like, I won't name them, but dudes are broke. You know, like dudes they're literally starving artists, and they were like, I'll scrounge together whatever I have to and drive my car around that state. You know what I'm saying? And like, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
That's cool because, yo, when you're broke, like $20 of gas money needs to last you like a long time.
For sure, man.
You know? So it was cool, but there were a couple of dudes I think that rocked maybe 3 or 4 shows. And yo, Enemy the Illest, which is the homeboy, he was there on just setting up merch on shows that he didn't even rock. He was just hanging out as a fanboy. Like, that's great, man. That's great. You know? So that was pretty chill.
100%, man. And on a quick side note, I mean, is there any pressure, or I wouldn't say pressure, but I mean, you know, from all the demand, like, are there any other cities or towns that you're trying to touch the next go around?
Well, I really wanted to get into Waterbury, but I don't have a good connect. I was trying to talk to my boy Logic from iBattle, and he's just been going through some health issues. So shout out to Logic. I hope he starts feeling better. But hopefully by next winter, he'll have the hookup in Waterbury, and I'll be able to get some of those more iBattle MCs out there. But I think it was just I wanted to hit cities that were really stricken with that issue of homelessness. You know, a lot of people were just like, "Why Simsbury?" You know, Simsbury's got bread, but there's a food bank up there, and the owner was really serious about just giving back in the holiday season.
Totally, man.
But yeah, definitely. I mean, pressure is definitely an appropriate word, Johnny, because you got something so large. You want to make sure that you're making the right decisions. You want to make sure that you're not cutting corners in the wrong way.
100%, man.
Now, with all the people that rock the shows, is there any, you don't even have to name them, but is there any other artists in the state that you wanted at any of the shows and it didn't work out that you would maybe have next year?
I hit up Blackistan.
Okay,
wow.
yeah.
Me and Blackistan had a couple of conversations about doing Hartford and doing some other shows, and his schedule just didn't work out. I hit up Webby, and Webby was just super busy, and he was doing some other stuff with like philanthropy.
Yeah.
Same thing with Apathy. Apathy was doing some stuff with philanthropy. At that same time, so it just didn't work out. They didn't want to oversaturate it, and they're grinding, and it makes complete sense.
Yeah.
There was no ill will at all. Chesky really came out the woodworks. I really wanted him to rock a couple.
Chesky. That sounds familiar.
Tommy V was on here last week.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so
I
he was talking about
I was
him.
going to say, I
sounds
thought he was
familiar.
at the Bridgeport show.
Yeah.
And
Tommy V rocked at the Bridgeport show. Tommy V
was
rocked
there.
a bunch
Good
too.
dude.
Yeah.
That's
He
my
really
boy.
Yeah, he's a good
Wild
guy.
He was
Yeah,
bigging
yeah,
up.
yeah.
He was bigging up the whole tour, when he was here last week.
Yeah. Tommy V's a good cat.
Good guy.
But Matty Cypher,
Yep.
Matty Cypher.
you know, like he came through. He helped. Actually, Spider Bite Records helped support getting the funds for the T-shirts made.
Very
Because
nice.
I needed to front some money
Yeah.
just because I didn't want to come out of my pocket for T-shirts.
Spider Bite is on their
so
merch
that was
grind
cool.
now.
Yo,
real.
for
He goes
real.
so hard.
He does. Shout out to that dude for sure. He's a good cat. He helped me put the whole New Haven show together as well, because he had a much better hookup with Anna Liffey's than I did.
That's a nice venue.
Anna
That's
Liffey's
a
is
good
cool.
spot.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Went there for a Halloween party. It was
Always
pretty
enjoy
dope.
the shows there.
Other than that, I wanted the Sentinels, my homie Create, to rock, and they weren't able to do it. But other than that, man, I think like hand-picked MCs that I love and that I want to work with, they were all there.
How many dudes went? Because I remember I wore that T-shirt.
Yeah. No, there were a lot. There were a lot of
so
people.
many names. My whole back. filled
Dude,
it
they
out.
were
There
all
like
they
30
all rocked.
Was there like 30 dudes?
They
20
all
dudes?
like
Like more.
legit 40
Yeah.
to 50.
I couldn't even count.
The
how
Bridgeport
many.
one had 14 sets.
Yeah.
That was the
Yeah.
most stressful thing in my life was
Yeah.
putting those set times together. Because the current asked for it like
Yeah.
two weeks before it started.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, I was going to do Johnny on the spot. I was just going to be like, you ready? Go.
Oh,
Yeah,
totally,
ready?
totally.
But the current was like, no, we want their names. And I was just like,
Yeah.
that was tough, man.
Did Jules perform? Jules Baxter? at
Jules
any of the shows?
Baxter. I don't know if he rocked at any
Nah,
of them.
Jules didn't rock. Nah, I know Holmes, but he didn't rock.
Yeah.
Like I said, I put it out there on Twitter, on Instagram, on
Yep.
Facebook. Right before Thanksgiving, I said I have something big in the works. Hit me up if you'd like to give back to the community, if you'd like to help out with homelessness and do something, as a fundraiser and philanthropy. And that was it. A lot of plenty. I'm talking maybe 20 to 30 people hit me up after the announcement and were just like, yo, can I get on? Yo, can I get on? And an additional 30 hit me up after the first show and they were just like, yo, I need to be on this. Yo, I need to be on this.
Yeah.
And an additional 5 to 10 would
that's
show
so
up at the
many people.
venues
Oh, man.
and be like, yo, I got my music in my pocket. Let me rock for 5 minutes. And I wanted to, and I wasn't, it wasn't egotistical at all, but it was just like, yo, you had your chance. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's just one of those things. It's like, if you sleep and they're selling, 100 pairs of the new Jordans, and you find out about it 2 hours later, you're not getting your Jordans. You know what I'm saying?
Did you get
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, that's just what it was. So there was a bunch of cats who didn't get a chance.
It's
To
all
just
good.
not rock.
I'm sure they'll rock.
The way it sounded, I think we can guarantee there's going to be a couple more hip hop for homeless. Hopefully,
This is what we needed,
Yeah.
though. Like
Yeah.
any year, the first year of anything, this is what you needed to happen.
100%.
The buzz needed to be there.
Yeah.
The money funded needed to be there.
Yep.
It needed to be a party. And it needed to have dope people involved, because if it flamed out, it would have been like, maybe I'll just check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now it was just like, yo, that was dope. I need to be a part of that.
Yeah,
What needs to happen?
Yeah, need.
You know
the
what I'm
key
saying?
word. Like they need to
Exactly.
be there to see it,
Exactly.
be
And
a part of it.
I plan that in like 2 weeks.
No, I saw it, dude. I saw the status. I mean, and I went go to 70 likes in like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
And like, all these
and you
people
know what it
hitting you up,
was?
man.
It was like now I could sit here comfortably. And I could start getting, September I'm planning, October I'm planning, bigger venues. Now I know what type of venues now I need. Now I know what kind of sponsors now I need. Now I got to find out what other kind of merch, other fundraiser places that I have to say, other nonprofits that need to be a part of it. So it was great. It was great. But like I said, it'll definitely be around in 2015 and hopefully in 10 years I could pass it to somebody else and we could keep it going. It could be a thing for sure.
That's what's good, man. And I mean, I don't know. In a couple senses, I mean, what would you want to talk about the highlights, like some of your personal highlights from the week?
Gosh, man. I think the first night we rocked in New Haven, it was like maybe 75% of the way through, and I just went outside to get some fresh air. And there were literally two homeless individuals just walking in downtown New Haven, and they came up to me and they were just like, "Hey, someone said there was a benefit going on in Anna-Liffey's. Where are you bringing the stuff?" And I was just like, "Don't worry about bringing the stuff. Come inside. Check out these boxes." And they literally came inside and they were like checking out the boxes. The bartender didn't flip out. The owner didn't flip out. The security guard didn't mind, and they were cooling. A couple people bought them beers. We had Norris cupcakes, so we gave them a couple cupcakes.
That's love, man.
And it was crazy, man. It was dope. It was dope, man. It was like, you watch these people, in middle December, and they're just, yeah, I'll take this scarf. Yeah, I'll take these gloves. Yeah, that jacket will fit me, no doubt. Let me take this box of canned peaches. Let me take this box of ramen noodles. Like, it was real. Like, it doesn't get realer than that. You know what I mean? Like I can't even watch Tommy V rap on stage because I'm in the back of the club helping some dude find clothes because he got a girlfriend that's under the bridge in Bridgeport. Like, I mean, like,
yeah,
it sucks and it's difficult to talk about and it's bittersweet, but I'm not trying to romanticize it in any way, but it's cold, man. We're in Connecticut, bro.
Yeah.
It's cold.
It's crazy out
and I mean, we all have clothes that we don't wear, whether we're holding it because we think we can lose weight and fit into it next month, or whether it's just old, or whether we just haven't gotten a chance to donate it. And for people to come out, shout out to Muggsy. Muggsy was there like almost every night. And
shout out to Muggsy,
He
man.
brought a bunch of stuff. He had minivans of stuff. He was collecting in New Britain. New Britain's another city I want to try to get into next year as well.
For sure. Yeah, there's a lot of talented guys from there too, man.
Oh yeah. And it was crazy, man. I mean, you're talking about people were coming to bars where usually people are just like, "Oh no, a homeless person. Oh no, don't rob me. Oh, don't beg for money." They didn't want money. They didn't want nothing. They were just checking for clothes and food, and they were on their way, man. It was great.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Real dope. So now you got the Fandalize project finally out there.
Yeah.
Just tell the people real quick about And Them, your band that was a part of it.
Oh yeah, I guess I'll talk about them.
Yeah, you gotta.
I'm gonna get back to Harper, and they're
That's
gonna be
their
like
name, Joey Bats and Them.
But it would be referred to as them.
Okay,
Yeah.
them.
them and them and them and
Them
them
and them.
them and them guys.
But you got a drummer, you got a bass guy, guitar, you got a keyboard guy.
Yeah, that's pretty much them. Marty Wirtz on the keys. He's the newest member. He helps us bridge into a couple other genres. We could be a little bit more funk. We could get the girls dancing a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Once they get white girl wasted, everybody starts dancing.
Absolutely.
My drummer, Beat Wiz, I go back to him since we've been rocking open mic since about 2008. That's my little bro right there. He holds it down. He's got a hell of a pocket. Tony Volpe, the guitarist, lays it down. He's also mixed the album. He gets a lot of credit for how this sounds. And Johnny Dotson is our bass player, and also like our cyber internet creative genius who helps make sure the website looks pretty and spiffy and gets all those download codes out to everybody. And he also could play his tail off. He's been playing since he's been like 13 or 14 years old. He's and they're heavies, man. I don't have a musical background, but I got a rapping background. I got a playing around with the DJ turntables background. But these guys are like musical studs. when it comes to that. They could read music, they could learn music. A lot of times I'll come into practice, or I'll just take a recording and be like, yo, I want to do something like this, and they'll just be like, all right, no doubt, next week come in, we got a beat for you, and done. You know what I mean? And that's pretty chill. That's pretty chill. You know, sometimes they just groove on something, they record it, and they send it to me, and then I write to it. But it's really nice. I wouldn't be grinding as much as I would with a band if they sucked and if I didn't like them, because I'm sure I could. There's a lot more freedom when it's just you, when you're a solo act. But I mean, these guys, I love these cats. You know, they've played crappy shows, they've played free shows, they've played shows where they were promised food, never got dinner, and they stay with me. They haven't left me yet, so I appreciate that. Big shout out to all of them, man.
That's the truth.
And that's what it is. So now I'm sure you're going to be pushing the Fandalize for some time and making sure everyone gets their copies. But
yeah, we'll be pushing Fandalize. We got the album release show this Friday the 13th in Hartford at Sully's.
There we go.
It's going to be absolutely crazy. We're booked the rest of February. We're booked the rest of March, except for like 2 dates.
Good, man.
And we're booking. We're into like April 11th right now. So we're staying busy. We're just grinding. You know, we're trying to do what we can as 5 individuals with full-time jobs and musicianships. But it just feels good. You know, it feels good to come out with a product and to have a notoriety where people do want you to play and do want you to come out.
Definitely, man.
Yeah.
Are most of your shows up north, or are you going to touch down south a little bit here?
Most of our shows are up north. I think I have a New Haven one at the end of March. I'm still trying to make sure that actually happens. Nothing in Bridgeport yet. I've been talking to Deuce Bug. Shout out to the Full Blast Movement. He's way busy to try to get into Bridgeport. But other than that, I usually don't have much to up my sleeve down here.
You should hit up the dudes at Rampage.
Yeah, I know Rampage,
direct.
Dave.
Just get right in there.
He's got a great. I want to wait until it's a little bit warmer so the skateboarders actually come out and get a chance to play outside.
That'd be nice.
Usually I hit up Rampage Dave in like May, June, July, but I'll definitely make that happen. I want to do a big schools out party. Yeah, I've played there a couple of times. He's got a dope venue.
They do.
That's what's good, man.
Yeah, man.
So like we said, this is Streets Never Sleep Radio. I would consider this to be the main hip-hop station here at the University of New Haven.
The only hip-hop station.
The only hip-hop
It's
station.
the only underground hip-hop station in CT.
We just mess with the real stuff. We got Joey Bats in the building. Man.
I'm not doing any other shows. I'm not going on anybody else's show here. This is the show.
This is the show. I'm just saying, you got to give credit where it's due. But because this is a hip-hop show, man, one of the things we could do is put the MCs on the spot to kick something. And we got Joey Bats, who's Mr. I'm ready to go.
This is a beat?
This is the beat.
You got this beat?
So, Joey, I'm about to just put something on, man. Why don't you just bless the airwaves real quick?
You notice how I sat up, right? You notice how I sat up. I got alert to attention. Oh, this is a dope beat. I heard this track.
Is Troy Ave.
We got Mr. Joey Bats in the building.
Check 1, check 2. This controls my headphones right here, right? Yeah. Joey Bat scene, same time the vaccine. Couldn't hear the bubonic plague, but he's back clean. No sir, share your Dunkin' Donut story. I could kill a couple coffee beans, make them gory. And you get it too, as I kill them quick. Check my phone, it's almost 11, 2 minutes, quick. A Rolls Royce, same time the bats get in voice. I'm like James Joyce without the Odyssey, check the voice. You know, the lyrical literature is so cool. When he comes back, I will make all the beagles drool. And you get the dogs and you can send them all to school. But it's cage kennels with no kennels there and they looking cool. Damn, son. I don't even understand how Charles Manson couldn't form a grandson and then some. Me get back, I got musicians called them. And everybody knows that I could swallow my phlegm. I'm like boom, bada boom. And you check your chick, same time, look at the movies. Or watch them flick. Back's in a great movie. Drinking a grape smoothie. Doing everything he can loosely. I don't really understand how Johnny Empire looking like a Viking and he got cousins and brothers bigger than him. What's going on in this gene pool? Same time he cats, but he's real cool. Man, I'm like that dude out in Braveheart pulling up a tree limb and stabbing that horse, but it's get coarse. Same time he gotta get borsed. I'm like boar's head baloney, only time to settle scores. Lauryn Hill, what happened? That's it. What happened? come through on the stage, but I'm still rapping. The Freestyle King, nifty, 860 in a 203, doing everything can. I'm gifty, gift the gab, lazy, freestyle fellowship, doing all I can. Lord of the Rings, fellowship. 7 rings to bind them all. The same time the dwarves and the elves came back with waterfalls. Elrond of Rivendell, Joe Bats will give them hell. Same time, can I say that on air? Oh, well, we come back like the coaxial cable. Comcast charged me 2 hours to the navel, but I was like, whoa, cut off that cord. Same time I watched the Yukon women get real hoarse, but you know that, lay up and never dunk nothing. Dunkin' Donuts, just swallowed 6 munchkins. Came through with an iced coffee latte, doing all I can. You could ask my old Poppy. Poppy bagel, you could choke, cook it up like opium, make it moist, get it off, get it lost. Doc's chilling with me, he's the Purple King. Beanie says wavy. Joe Bats in a jack, lazy. Lean back in a chair, looking like Sam Huxtable. Doing all I can like Cliff Huxtable. Molly in the drink like Cliff Huxtable. What you know about it? Same time I gotta go over about it. Fandalize this, hashtag anything you want. I could brag, but I can't hop off them. I got a BPM lower than 92. Same time I could do it to you and your crew. Then get after you. Over the rainbow, sit up on the Skittles. Everybody knows I could be like felines and kittles. But now I'm giving them vittles. Leave the hog to vittles. Like any kind of author, you know the littles. I'm Kurt Vonnegut without the Bonner's butt. Doing like I can, Balky Baltakamus. Perfect strangers. Anytime the perfect blangers. Coming through like bro bangers, metal fingers. MF Killer, Joe Batarang. Don't look for a new beat, I'm all out of slang. One more, Johnny's like, please keep rapping. Clarity on his shirt, and I ain't even clapping. I could drink it all down. Joe Bats, your best friend, I all come around.
Joey Bats, everybody.
Yes. We need a round right here.
Give him a round of applause, man.
Thanks, guys.
Let the choppers
This
off.
is the Freestyle King,
That
man.
was
You
easy.
see him. It's easy. And it's only 11 o'clock. We might even kick some more rhymes
Maybe,
after.
yeah,
But
maybe.
yo, why don't you know, you blessed us with some insight on the new album, on Hip Hop for Homeless, kicking some rhymes, man. Why don't we get into some music, man? Why don't we get into track 1?
Yo, I would love that.
Sticker.
I would
Sticker.
love that, man. Yeah, if you could play Sticker, dude, that'd be great. Once again, shout out to Beat Wiz. He came up with the beat. He had a chance to actually play a live 808, so he put that in there. And big shout out to Mo Nichols, who did all the live cuts on this. He actually took a song, Best Friend, off our first album, Bowtie Chronicles, cut up that third verse, and made the chorus of this joint. So it's fun.
That's what it is, man. Yeah. Johnny Empire, DOC, Big Ziti, Mr. Joey Bats in the building, man.
Abu Nazidi.
Let's get into it.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, and shout out to Triple OG Abu Dhabi D3 Fuego.
But